Guys, I thought we were done, but apparently we're not. More reveals from WWE, AEW, and indie companies. Let's go! As if I thought this San Diego Comic-Con 2025 couldn't get any better, we got even more reveals that came after our video from yesterday. So we are going to jump right in them. There's a lot of stuff, indie stuff, AEW things, and even some new updated WWE images and things that we didn't see the prior day. So let's just jump right into this stuff, starting off with this Heels and Faces. I think I forgot to mention this, that Bobby Horn and Nelson Frazier, that's Men on a Mission. They are now up for pre-order on zombiesailor.com, and these are going to pair perfectly with that Bash and Booger if you already got it from a couple San Diego Comic-Cons ago. These are beautiful. The sculpts are awesome, and he kept them in the poses from the original Hasbros. I'm talking Jumper for Mo, and that, like, I guess you'd say Bam Bam Bigelow, Earthquake, Natural Disasters pose body mold for Nelson Frazier. But obviously he's a little bit bigger, right? He has to be. He has to be. If Hasbro did it, he would have been way too small. Now this kind of stunned me. Latuni showed off some new figures. These are going to be, I think, 5-inch figures. These are not going to be like LJN size. This is his Toon Stars line that he was teasing. It's going to come with the poster. It's going to come very similarly packaged to his LJN style figures, but it's going to be cartoon style. And honestly, I like these better, even though it's a render, than his other figures. So these are very intriguing to me. This Ric Flair looks pretty cool, but I don't think there's a place in my collection for these. However, I do think these are very, very nicely done, and I think it could be unique on a shelf. I just don't really need cartoon wrestlers. But they are doing a Macho Man Randy Savage. When you look at this, what do you see? You see Hulk Hogan's rockin' wrestling, which, you know, he doesn't really have a right to do. But now that Mattel is doing LJNs, I would love to see them do some rock and wrestling stuff. Rest in peace to the Hulkster. Again, a couple of people asked me why I didn't address the Hulk Hogan passing. I addressed him multiple times on the channel throughout multiple videos, as well as posts. So we are going to be doing a full tribute to him, as well as like a reel and everything like that. So just stay tuned for that. But it's a tough thing to comprehend. You know, somebody that was a big part of your childhood, passing, regardless of his his recent likeness in the world and things that he said, which are upsetting. But, like, we were all kids once, and Hulkster and Macho Man and Ric Flair and Andre, they really added to our childhood. So every time one of them passes, you really kind of reflect on that younger self. And that's really what I've been doing, just reflecting on my love for wrestling. But Matt Maniac showed off these. They didn't really specify if these are going to be available for sale, but it seems like they're going to be. These are Michigan jackets for the Steiner brothers, but also the person who designed these designed these jackets, which I think look great, the fake pleather jackets for the major players. So everything looks really good, man. I cannot wait to get these in hand. And this, Grapplers and Gimmicks from Hastel Toy, they showed off Kimchi, which is funny to me because my man Figvault texted me yesterday and he was like, so what do you think of kimchi? And I thought he was talking about the food, and I was like, it sucks. I hate it. Because we talk about food a lot. And he was like, really? And then he started mentioning the Kamala stuff. I was like, oh, that kimchi. Listen, I love this. He's going to come with a staff. It's going to have the shield for Kamala and the mask for Kamala. So you're basically getting accessories for your Hasbro Kamala with this figure. So I am here for it. I wish Big Rubber Guys would do a kimchi. They did Brawler, so why can't they do that? Very, very cool. Bravo to Mitch for this one. And Title Run Toys showed off they're going to be doing a Nikita Koloff, and I got to say, if it looks anything like this concept art, man, it's going to be good because the likeness that they nailed on this simplified line art drawing is very, very good. I don't have any TRT products in hand that I've ever checked out and reviewed, but They look all right. They don't, I mean, I don't think they're perfect, but it's their first time. Not everybody gets it on the first time. Nobody gets it on the first time. So I do think they're doing some great stuff. I just want to see them grow, grow, grow and get better and better. Now, this is interesting. So, KWK showed off some mock ups of their well done figures. I do know that the heads are being worked on. So, these are kind of like early, early mock ups. They are completely redoing the heads because they did not like them. They did not think they looked good, but they wanted to get the pre orders up there. So, here is the standard version in the pink and black. There is also this one in the black and the purple thongs. And I like that they come with those bow ties, but there is some work to be done here, right? The bow ties are too big. I think Stephen Dunn's head looks a little bit odd, right? But as I said, they're working on these things. And this is the J&J Figures exclusive, which personally to me is my favorite. I think it's way more toyetic. You know, you got the pink, the yellow, and the blue. It all blends together very, very well. This is probably the one that I'm going to put on display, and it's limited to only 200. This is exclusive to J&J Figures, jjfigures.com. Use code FAKEO to save 10%. But I think when you look at these, it's hard to say that the first two are more toyetic than this. This might not be definitive, I would say. And I think JJ Figures asked me this, which ones I think are toyetic. I would say these are. However, they got the color of the armbands wrong and they got the color of the bow tie wrong, which I do think should be fixed. And knowing Sean Anney's going to fix them. But other than that, man, I think everything is pretty damn good. Next up, Big Rubber Guys, they showed off a prototype of that Sting, and wow, the Sting looks incredible, man. Look at all the muscle. Look at the face paint. The colors pop. They picked the right colors. I'm here for it. And now let's get into the AEW stuff. We've got Athena here. She comes with the Ring of Honor Women's World Championship, which is stunning. She's going to have those angel wings and a decent likeness on her. I don't think it's going to top the Ember Moon NXT TakeOver Elite, but it is a pretty solid representation of her. Darby Allin, you got to have Darby Allin in the line, right? He's going to have his chain. It's like that masked head that he had and the flamethrower, which I think is a big selling point, right? I think that could look pretty cool. It looks like it's going to have different flames that you could attach to the end of it. It was a very memorable spot that he did. The tattoos are there, always unique with the face paint, and he's going to have a tongue out head sculpt, which is new for Darby Allin. This was awesome. So this is from, I believe, his match with Matt Cardona. I love New York. Chris Jericho with the laughing face. All his tattoos are there, but he's going to have that Statue of Liberty mask, which I love. I think that is so cool. I hope he's packaged with that on. And the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Championship. And then, of course, Colt Boom Boom Cabana. I mean, this is 5 years in the making, in my opinion. Technically 6, because this isn't coming out till next year. But Colt Cabana is finally getting an AEW figure. I guess technically this could pair pretty well with your Dark Order figures. But he's got the boom boom stuff on, two heads. One is like that mouth open shock, one is more of a smile. And he's got, you know, the gear that he makes, the Cabanarama bandana. And of course, he's got his cloth goods kind of gi style entrance jacket with the monkeys on it. Very, very cool. Very toyetic and very fun. This is going to be on Jazwares Vault. All of these are. These are like Ring of Honor releases, which I think is pretty cool, keeping the Ring of Honor online and limited. This one I'm excited about. With the World Television Championship, we have the Fallen Angel Christopher Daniels. This reminds me of the first TNA Marvel figure that I ever got. He's in this same gear, has similar hands and a similar jacket. So this figure right here really brought me back. It's crazy. I thought we were going to get him very early in the line to go with Frankie Kazarian and Scorpio, but we never did. And that's okay because now we're getting him in a more definitive Christopher Daniels. So very excited for this one. And now this wasn't on my bingo card. I did not expect Dalton Castle to get a figure. But man, is this going to be toyetic. Without the entrance suit, I guess you'd call it, caped suit, it's not as toyetic, but man, having that on is going to absolutely pop, especially if it has some good packaging. This one blew my mind. If you told me Matt Cardona was going to be getting a Ring of Honor Jazwares figure, I would not have believed you. But I'm happy he is. Ghostbusters, Matt Cardona, the Deathmatch Buster here, always ready. I mean, look at that. You know, you got the caution signs, the green ooze dripping. He's got the hairy chest, an additional head with the tongue out, and of course, you gotta have that Ghostbusters vest with his logos and the ooze just dripping down. I am here for it, man. This is very, very cool. Good for Matt. I mean, unbelievable. He's gotten so many figures with so many companies now. Very, very great action figure career for this man right here, especially as an action figure fan. Props to him, man. And these, what we were all waiting for. You gotta imagine it's gonna be a two-pack. Jazwares Vault, the Outrunners. All right. And they both look great. I think they nailed their comedic likenesses. The youngest men on earth. I mean, they got the chains, they've got those shades, the mullets are there. We have like a snarling face as well as the tongue out face that they do. You know, you gotta have them being a little eccentric. So, Truth here looking really, really cool, man. But over here, man, we got Turbo. Look at that. The tongue out for him, the bandana draping down, and they both come with the matching t shirt. I think it's pretty safe to say this is definitely going to be a two pack, but man, I cannot wait for these. I love the colors that they picked. I love the gear, everything. The 8-bit design on the shirt. It's just, it's all money here. All money. So, very, very cool. Then, Jazwares AEW, I want to say is Unmatched Series 13, I believe. Kyle Fletcher. This is the standard edition that we reported a little bit back. You'll notice that he has black pins in there, which I hate that they're doing that, but um, not not the best likeness, I would say, on the Kyle Fletcher. But this was one of my most anticipated figures of 2025. When I did my video back in January, I said this is a main guy that I want. And here we are getting him in standard edition and chase variant in the white. It's a shame that the chase pops so hard because this is like the one I think everybody's going to want. This just really sets this thing over the edge. So I'm hoping that in hard copy, this head sculpt does look better. Ricochet, this is going to be a controversial one. Ricochet is getting a AEW Jazwares figure, and not just one, he's going to be getting two because there's going to be a chase variant. Now, this is long pants Ricochet. He's going to have the entrance jacket, which is cool, in his typical colors. Very similar gear fashion to that of his first Elite, I would say, like the design of the pants. But here is the chase variant in the trunks. I think it's very cool that he switches up like that. I always did. So kind of cool. You never know what you're going to get with Ricochet. He's got a yelling head scan here as well as a Ricochet merch shirt. So this is going to be in a standard line, I'm assuming an unrivaled series, and this will be the chase. Then we're also getting some more Chris Jericho's. Here he is with the FTW Championship, the Learning Tree. Chris Jericho, which is pretty funny. And he's got the tree on the back, all of his tattoos, that smiling head sculpt. And then there's also going to be this, a chase, which is going to have the Learning Tree t-shirt that says, "Hi, guys." Pretty cool. I think there's not too much enticing about this if it's a chase variant, but still very, very cool. Kenny Omega coming back to the line. Check that out in the green pants with the orange and yellow ombre accenting. I'm thinking that's a new head sculpt, interchangeable hands. Again, these are just renders. It's so hard to really make an opinion off of a render because this really essentially does not mean that this is what the figure is going to look like. When it comes to hard copy, a lot of things change. Chris Statlander back in the line, black and white gear with the matching robe. She has both her knee braces, new head sculpt. I think this head sculpt looks like it's going to be better than her first figure, but again, hard to tell until it's in hard copy form. Pretty cool. So different from her first figure, which is always a nice thing when you have somebody who gets another figure and it's nothing like the first. So, Hook. Kind of shocked that Hook's getting another figure. He's already had a ton, and I don't think there's really too many people that are still clamoring for that, but I'm here for it. I love those pumpkin style shorts that he has. I also think it's cool that he's got a little bit more tattoos as well as some chest hair now, and the hair's a little bit shorter. I'm not sure it's a better likeness, but still very, very cool. This one I'm excited about. Billy Gunn. Daddy Ass getting another figure, and he's going to come in the pink shorts with the lips. It's going to have the scissors on the boots and the shorts, scissor hands, all his tattoos there in full form, smiling. I mean, this man is 60 years old, still looking like $1 million. And it's going to have the World Trios Championship where you can actually scissor with the other titles, which is, I can't, I can't believe we're getting that in figure form. I love it. So I'm curious as to when Max and Bowens are going to be following behind. Roosh. Roosh is finally getting an AEW figure. He should have got one a long time ago. Curious what this means for his Legends of Lucha Libre. But we saw these other days, some of these renders, but these are much, much clearer and we can really see what's going on. He's going to have an entrance jacket with that fur around the top, kind of similar to like how El Torito had the fur on his, it brings out that bull. And then he's going to have the bull mask that is going to be an interchangeable head that is removable. So very cool. Black and white gear. Can't wait to see it hard copy. Right there, the sculpt, the likeness looks pretty spot on. Mercedes Monet, we know she's going to get a ton of figures, right? But this is her in the red that we talked about, the glasses, and the TBS Championship, which is updated. So a lot here for people to be enticed to add her to the collection. Sting, he's getting tons of figures. I feel like we've gotten this figure 100 times, but now it's going to have the bleeding paint as well as a red merch shirt. It's nothing crazy here to get excited about, but it's kind of expected. Sting's going to get a ton of figures. Moxley, another guy who's getting a ton of figures, man. Those puke green pants as well as the camo jacket. I do like this head sculpt, though. I think this is a very improved head sculpt from what we see here. But again, got to see in hard copy. Commander, this is pretty awesome. I'm kind of shocked it took this long for him to get a figure because I thought when he first came that they were pretty high on him. The red and white's cool. He's gonna have that entrance jacket. Nice. And then they did a full reveal panel, and it wasn't full. It was pretty much just Swerve figures. So Swerve is getting a ton of figures coming up. AEW Full Gear Swerve exclusive to the Target pay-per-view line in this gear. It's just basically a repaint come with the full gear chair. And then there is going to be an AEW shop exclusive limited to 3,000. It's going to come with the cloth goods jacket, hat, as well as the World Heavyweight Championship. I love that packaging that they're using for the shop AEW. It's money. I love it. And then he's going to be getting a Ringside Collectibles exclusive, but this is going to be a 2-pack. He's going to have this figure right here, which is awesome with his face on the side of the gear, the greens and everything like that. The orange and green jacket pops like crazy, interchangeable hands. Here is the figure itself. Again, look at that, man. How good does that look? Wow. Hangman on one side, Swerve on the other. He's got the arm sleeves beautifully done, but he's going to come in a 2-pack, as I said, and that 2-pack is going to have Prince Nana. This is the figure AEW showed off that I am most excited for. I have been waiting for this. He's going to come with a removable chain, interchangeable hands, as well as all of those cloths. I don't even know what you call them, wrapped around his head to really bring out, that look that he's brought that's very unique and different. And that green jacket is looking like it has all different I don't know if it's colors or if that's just supposed to be the lighting, but it looks very, very cool. The white pants brings out the green and everything. Very well done. And then they showed this, a full shot of the Will Ospreay AEW Supreme Collection. It looks much better than it did the other day. Now seeing a full beauty shot, the portrait looks excellent. The sculpts are awesome. Interchangeable bottoms, which both pairs of tights are exceptional. And that cloth goods jacket is just like things of dreams. That's like Oscar level stitching right there with all the different stuff going on. I can't even comprehend. You got streamers, you've got fringe, you've got fur, you've got all types of design and different cloths. Is very, very cool. Interchangeable hands, heads, and look at those tights on both. But that purple, gold, and green is absolute money. We also saw some more pictures of things from WWE that we already saw, but better quality stuff. So here is that SmackDown ring with Jacob Fatu. The Jacob Fatu pretty much looks like his first Elite, just an ultimate form essentially with an additional heads. Then there is Posed, which, man, that really brings out how much this figure is going to shine. I love that screaming head sculpt. Very, very cool. There's the packaging for Jacob Fatu, as we know. It's all just straight boxed, very very similar in size, but a little bit smaller. It's as if the curves on the side weren't there, which is basically what they're going for. We saw that not fan takeover, sorry, that pay per view Ultimate Edition. Shawn Michaels, not pay per view. I think it's a PLE, right? PLE Ultimate Edition. You guys see the wheels turning in my head. He's gonna come with a kissy face head sculpt, which is hilarious to me. All the entrance gear. I love this Shawn. Very, very cool. This is like my childhood just sitting on the screen right now. And there is The Rock right next to him. He's going to have that final boss, Mama Rhodes belt, money. I mean, I love the first final boss, but this one really hits home because I was at WrestleMania 40. It was a great time. Loved seeing him in this gear. So awesome figures. I will be getting both of these. Stay tuned to my Instagram where I'll be posting the links once these go live. So that's at FigHeal on Instagram. We also saw the upcoming Defining Moments Cody Rhodes in its final form with an additional head. It's gonna come with that like plasticky jacket that everybody hated on the Ultimate, but then when they did it for the from the vault, everybody loved it. So I guess they're bringing it back. I don't really know. And then there is the Winged Eagle, the new Winged Eagle Championship that he brought out the one night. So very very cool, man. I love all these Cody figures that we're getting. Liv Morgan, a lot of people have been hating her head sculpts. Well, guess what? They posted this and said, "We are improving the Liv Morgan head sculpts, and I think these look great." We have the smiling with the eyes closed as well as the mouth open smile. So very, very good looking stuff here. Can't wait to see it all printed out and painted on an actual figure. So good to them for really improving this. And then here I was talking about how I really didn't know what that Jesse the Body Ventura was going to look like. That was from the Legends line. Well, now we do white shirt, zebra pants, and look at those boots. This guy is too much. The Stevie Wonder braids, I dig it. Cannot wait for this. It's funny because we're getting like all commentator, announcer Venturas as opposed to like ring gear. And I think that's hilarious because that's what we all love and remember him for, right? And here is the Ultimate Edition that I believe is going to be a Mattel Creations exclusive with that camo jacket. He's going to have like the removable Jesse bandana as well as his signature hunting hat. He's going to have the commentator headphones. He's going to have the microphone, 3 interchangeable heads, hands, all that, man. So this is a must get for me. I might even be getting 2. And then they showed this, the Outsiders, Scott Hall, and Kevin Nash. And you'll notice that Kevin Nash has water bottles, soda cans, soda cups, popcorn, leading us to believe this is most likely going to be a Bash at the Beach 3-pack. They did not show Hogan because of his passing, is my guess. This is just my speculation. I'm expecting to see Hogan and make it be a 3-pack. They should have done this years ago like they did with the Lex Macho and Stinger. So the third man, who's it going to be? We shall see. Pretty cool. Can't wait to see more from this. Then we also saw the updated packaging for 2026, which we got a little teaser for, and it is exceptional. They listened, they cut down that box a little bit smaller so everybody could see the full figure, and it looks great. You'll also notice that the name bar is paying homage to the first boxes from Mattel, which I think is a pretty cool throwback right there. I love how these look. These might be a top 3 or even top 2 packaging that Mattel's ever done for WWE. I love these boxes, so I am excited for 2026 Elites. There's Gunther after CM Punk. There's Mello. There is A-Town Down Austin Theory. There's Obafemi. And again, this is not his first time in the line. So people were saying, where's the first time in the line banner? His first time in the line is actually going to be his main event figure. So that's why it's not on here. And there is Alba Fire with her first time in a line banner. All of these figures in this series look exceptional. I cannot wait to start seeing these packages on shelves. We also saw the upcoming Legend Series 29, which is going to have Money in the Bank, Rob Van Dam, which I dig, British Bulldog, Long Hair Davy in the Bikers, which we've never gotten in Mattel Elite form, and Kurt Hennig, not Mr. Perfect, Kurt Hennig, and he's going to come with the AWA Championship, which looks huge to me. I don't remember it being that big, but new head sculpt. He's going to have his towel and a removable singlet that, in my opinion, does not look good on the figure, but that's okay. And what I believe is probably the best Bobby the Brain Heenan figure, period. He's going to come in the black pants, the black shirt with the red bow tie, and that glitter looking jacket, whatever you want to call it. I cannot wait for this. I think this is a pretty stellar lineup for a Legends line. You're getting Rob Van Dam, Bulldog, Kurt Hennig, and Bobby the Brain Heenan. You're getting the Bobby we've always wanted. You're getting a new championship title here. You're getting a version of British Bulldog we've never gotten before, and you are getting that Money in the Bank briefcase with Rob Van Dam. There's a lot of stuff to be excited about here. We also saw The Rock from, is this number 10? No, this is number 9. Monday Night War Series 9, I believe. And he's got the chain, which, as I said yesterday, is much more improved from the thicker chains we've been getting, the glasses. I love how the chain's thinner. And he's going to have that $500 Rock shirt, which wasn't $500. They sold this in the merch catalog, but still very, very cool representation of the man. One of the figures I've been waiting for a long time is Make a Difference Fatu. He's going to come with 2 beanies, interchangeable hands, as well as a very colorful gear that includes a cloth pleather, whatever you want to call it, jacket with all of the positive sayings on it. So I'm excited about this one. Lex Luger, NWO Wolfpack. How could you not love it? But compared to all the other figures in this set, it's probably the least toyetic, but still, gotta love Flexi Lexi. And then GI Bro. A lot of people were correcting me saying that this isn't GI Bro, it's Booker T. But that is how they're labeling it on the box. If you read the back of the box, they refer to him as GI Bro. Yes, was it a character that Booker T played? Yes, but to me, it is a character. So I'm excited about this. I think they did an exceptional job with this. Booker T is all over the Monday Night War line. I mean, this is now his 5th figure in the Monday Night War line. Unbelievable. That he has the most figures. Wouldn't have expected it so. Next up, top picks 2026. We have Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton. The Cody's pretty basic. It's what we're used to getting with him. But man, this Randy Orton is awesome. I love the red trunks on this. This one's a must get for me. And then we saw the Wyatt 6-3 pack that's going to be exclusive to Walmart. We have Eric Rowan with the removable bunny mask as well as his mallet, Uncle Howdy, and Nikki Cross. This is a chef's kiss to me. I love how this looks in package, and even look how they are loose, man. Check out that new torso and everything for Eric Rowan and the legs. There's a lot of good molding there. The torso, I'm sorry, I didn't mean a new torso, new legs, but the torso is very similar to that of the old Braun Strowman's. So I want to compare them first. But I love that Howdy comes with the removable hat, the removable mask for Rowan. I cannot wait for these Wyatt 6 figures. We also saw updated hard copies of Wave 1 of the Ringside Collectibles exclusive retros featuring Jesse the Body Ventura. So colorful. We have CM Punk with the punch arm. Love that, one of my favorite actions. And then we have the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes in that very Mr. Perfect style action, allowing him to do the crossroads. So I would say it's a pretty solid first set. I hate that they're calling it Series 1, Wave 1, but I mean, I get it. It's a new series for Ringside. But still, I think we should just be continuing the series numbers. We also saw Superstar Series 16, Rob Van Dam, which is pretty cool because when you take off that singlet, he's all red. And a lot of you corrected me, it's Robbie V, WCW Robbie V. So I think that's a pretty nice Easter egg there that I didn't pick up on initially. And I'm going to be getting 2 of these so I can have both on display. We got the Hurricane coming, which I think is awesome. Scott Steiner, who I could have sworn they were going to have cloth goods singlets, but they're not. It's just painted on singlets, which is kind of, upsetting. There's no additional cloth goods or value here to me. But they are getting these new WWE Tag Team Championships that are very much in the vein of AWA Remco's, where it's all flat and painted on. Not my favorite. I kind of like the belts that we were getting, but I guess that's a way to save money. and keep the price the same. And Rick Steiner here, he's going to have his tattoo. It would have been nice if he had like the lips painted on his hand, just give a little something else, but kind of a bummer. I was looking forward to the Steiners, and now they're not exactly my favorite gear. I don't really think they look great, but is what it is. And then the LJNs, we saw all the posters. So here is John Cena with his posters, the standard poster, the chase poster, and of course the ultra rare chase poster. There is the standard packaging, which I love, looks just like a real LJN with the poster in there. And there is the back again. It's got the cut and collect card on there. Everything is so close to the original LJNs. This is a line that I am over the moon about. And there is the chase packaging with the black background. We have Dusty with his posters, the standard poster. There is the chase poster, and there is the rare chase poster. So very cool. And then here we have him mint on card. I love that the stickers have their logos, which is such a nice improvement to how LJN originally did it. And there is the back, again, with his card and everything. I think they did a really great job on these. This is just nitpicking, but I kind of wish that the barcode was at the bottom of the box. It's kind of bothering me. Put that, Mattel banner up at the top. I don't like that it's up there, but it is what it is. No big deal. And then we have the black card, Chase variant Dusty. We got Logan Paul. And he's going to have that standard poster right there. Here is the chase poster, and here is the rare chase poster, which is pretty cool. Again, he's going to have that logo sticker on there. Looks great. Looks legit. I am here for it. And as we saw, Hulk Hogan was supposed to be in the series, but I am assuming that they removed or delayed the pre-order because of his passing. I fully expect him to drop in stores when these do, which is probably going to be around Christmas time. So by then, I think it would be acceptable to sell. I mean, WWE, the day he hadn't even been passed on for 24 hours, they put up a whole new collection. So, obviously his estate was okay with it. So maybe we will see that Hulk Hogan in Series 1 still. If not, I'm sure we will eventually. We also saw Knuckle Cruncher Series 8, which is very lackluster. A repaint of the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. He's going to come with a video camera. There's going to be Solo Sikoa's first figure, which is the only one I'm excited about. He's going to come with that removable towel. And then we have Seth freaking Rollins, who's going to come with that World Heavyweight Championship, which is the biggest selling point of this one. And then we have The Rock. Final Boss Rock. I believe this is his gear from WrestleMania 40. He's going to have the stretcher and 2-part pipe, which is interesting. So a lot of cool stuff that we saw. Curious what you guys think. What is your favorite new reveal and your favorite reveal of all San Diego Comic-Con? I will be doing my top 5 or top 10 list of my favorite reveals coming this week. So stay tuned for that. Hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok at FigHeel. Twitter is at TheFigHeel. And make sure you pick up the Wrestling Figure Encyclopedia, available now at HeelBooks.com. We'll see you on the next one, guys. Peace. Are you a wrestling figure collector of WWE, Mattel, AEW Jazwares, and everything in between? Then you need FigHeel's Wrestling Figure Encyclopedia, the modern edition covering all releases from 2010 to present day. Featuring over 7,000 photos of action figures from the hottest brands, including independent toy makers. Keep track of what you have, want, and need, including loose, mock, and overall collection value. With figure photography by Matthew Goldberg, the Wrestling Figure Encyclopedia is a must-have for collectors. Full-color paperback and hardcover editions available now at HeelBooks.com. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at FigHeel. Pick up my book series on Amazon and my merchandise on ProWrestlingTees.com/FigHeel. Join my official sponsor, Whatnot, at WhatHeal.com and receive $15 off your first purchase.